Hey everyone, thanks for joining us on day 2 of Mar Dreaming. For those of y'all that are joining us for the first time today, welcome. We're glad to have you. So, like, we're waiting for our speaker, Alvar, to join on stage here. A minute. One minute for Alvar to join on here. Let's see. Here we go. Here he is.
Hello.
All right. Again, welcome everyone. This is Alvar Diaz with S4G Consulting. He's here to talk to you on the Marketing Cloud track today around that. So go ahead and take it away if you have your presentation ready.
Hello, everyone. Hola a todos. So, first of all, thank you for the opportunity to share my knowledge about Einstein, about Marketing Cloud, about Salesforce. Thank you for the audience to come and to be interested in this topic. Okay. We will speak about how we can use Einstein, the IA of Salesforce, to try to improve or go further our communications in Marketing Cloud, and most precisely in the newsletter. Okay. So, do you see my screen? I hope so. We will start speaking a little bit about Einstein. We will be focused on the 3 most interesting tools of Einstein in Marketing Cloud. That is STO, frequency, and scoring, because they are quite easy to use, and we can see quite a huge change in a short period of time. And then we will see how to use them in a case study, a real case study, a newsletter with our customer. Okay. So feel free to have any answer, and I hope that you enjoy. I don't know if I present myself, but well, I am Alvar Diet. I am from S4G, McKinsey company, and I am not able to, and as long as I can share the information to you and to try to have a good time and let's learn all together, it will be a good presentation. So first of all, what is Einstein? Probably most of you know what is Einstein, but just to clarify, that Einstein is the artificial intelligence of Salesforce. It is in every cloud, and in Marketing Cloud, it's very useful because it helps us to have insights of our data, to know better our clients, and also to give them the correct content at a good time. And we will speak about this in the next slides. But it is very interesting to have a good engagement and to personalize our communications. So with this kind of tool, we can work less and have more results. As I told you before, I will be focused in the 3 main tools. One of them is Einstein STO. STO comes from send time optimization, and it helps us to predict what is the best time to send a communication to our clients. When I say that, I mean our clients, but every client. Okay. In fact, it gathers data for more than 20 factors, and then using machine learning, Einstein assigns the weight of each factor according to the influence of predict the future behavior. So it needs like around 2 or 3 months to have data, but then Einstein will help us to know what is the best time for every contact according for a period of time. We can use Einstein in 2 different ways. As you can see in the right, there's the dashboard. Okay, we will have like a quick view of how is our database. We can know what is the best day of the week to send, or the best hours. but this is the general information. Okay, every contact has his own information, and Einstein will send the communication to each contact in the best time. uh, as I told you before, we need a period of time, and sometimes we need to give time to the AI to know what is the best information. Then move to the left, we can see how to implement it. We can use it in Journey Builder. Okay, we select the activity, and then we can select the period of time that we want to send it. As you can see, this is from 4 hours to almost 7 days. And if we select, for example, 24 hours, it's one day. In this period of time, Einstein will send the communication to each contact. Okay, not it is individual measure. If we don't have enough data about the client, it will be sending randomly. So it will gather more data, and then we'll know what is the best moment to send the communication. Uh, we have also instant frequency. Instant frequency is a powerful tool to know how saturated is our database. Okay, it evaluates what is the optimal number of messages to our data, and then it calculates if it's undersaturated, on target, and saturated. Okay, as you can see there, it has metrics. It have metric of every, we will say, every month, every 24, 28 days. And then with the machine learning, we're able to know if our database is saturated or not. Okay. As you can see on the top of the picture, this is the dashboard, and we will be able to see, like we will say, general information if our data is saturated, on target, or undersaturated. But this data is not so real. Okay, we have many clients, and we have tasted, and it's okay. But if you want to know what's the real data, we will need to use Journey Builder and to gather information about that. As you can see in the bottom, we can active this tool in Journey Builder using the activity, and we will select what path we want to create. There is no four, there is no three like in the dashboard, there is four, okay? Because we have one more that is on target. On target is the people that now is, we will say, in a good target to be sent. But if we will send more message to them, we will saturate it. We can select if we want 1, 3, or 5 messages to be saturated. Normally, we will put 3 as the normal configuration. And it's quite strange, but this kind of audience, target, on target, and almost saturated, normally have the best options. Saturated has also a good engagement, but they also have a high percentage of unsubscribed. So we will need to know how is our database, and to send to saturated only when we really want it, with communication that are quite interesting. Okay, and let's move to the last one. Last but not least, we have Einstein scoring. Probably this is my favorite tool of Einstein in Marketing Cloud, because it's so easy to configure, but we have a lot of information, and it works. Okay. Einstein scoring have many ways to predict the consumer engagement. As you can see in the left on the top, this is how we can configure it in Marketing Cloud. In Journey Builder, we select the activity, and we can select many kind of objects. We can select for open. That is not a good advice, because, as you know, open is not so accurate nowadays. Clicks, and subscribes, or even the conversion in the web. But the most interesting part of there is persona. Persona is, we will say, like a personal try to an engagement, and it segment the people in 4 different groups that you can see there: loyalists, that is the people that love us. It click on our message, it open them. So they are the people that we need to care. We have win back on the bottom. That is the people that don't open our message, don't click on our message. They're almost sleep. Okay, and we have in the middle two kinds of groups. That is selective subscribers. That is the subscribers that normally they open our emails, but they not clicking on them. And Windows Shopper, that are the people that don't open our emails, but when they open our emails, don't they have clicks. I don't know if I miss it, but one of them is they don't open, but they click it, and another one is they don't open, but when they open, they click it. Okay. So there are four different kind of proofs. Normally, when we have tested in our clients, we see that between selective and Windows Shopper, there's not too much different. It's quite close to the average of the database. So sometimes we gather both groups in just one. But on the other hand, loyalists and webback are groups that are very strong, very different from other ones, and very useful. As you can see on the bottom, okay, we have information that we can see in the dashboard, and we can see how is our database. Normally, of course, we have more win-back people than loyalists, but it's good to know how it's moving, okay? So I think that in these 5-10 minutes, we have enough information to know what is Einstein. Einstein scoring, Einstein frequency, and Einstein STO. Now we know what is the theory, but let's go to see what is the real world, okay? So I would like you to share a case study, a real one that we have. It was a client, it was a retail company, quite huge, quite large amount of people, but they have a very low engagement. We see how was the communication, how was the data, and we see that they have a huge saturation of the people because they have some departments, and every department sends his own communications. So they don't care about the other departments, and the user experience was awful because the people received 3, 4, 5 messages in one day with different promotions, and they didn't know what was the important one. So, for example, on this point, we think that it was interesting to use Einstein to try to help us. They have also problems with the personalization. They use the same generic email for everyone, and they only use email. Despite they have an app, they only use email to send communications. They also don't coordinate. They don't have a global vision about what was the communication. So the result was that the database was born, and they don't have they don't have engagement. So they need something, okay? And on this point, we say, okay, let's go to use Einstein to try to improve this point, okay? And we use Einstein. As I told you before, we think that we thought that Einstein frequency, Einstein scoring, and Einstein STO will help us to try to improve this lack of engagement. First of all, the most important thing was to let them know that they have a saturated database, and try to make conscious that they have to change how they were doing the communications. So we established a communication governance to try to send communications each department one day, and depends of the saturation of the contacts, we will send one or more communications. And in this point, for example, Einstein frequency was very useful to know how was the data, and to be able to show to the client that they have a problem, okay? Because many times they didn't know it. It is interesting to have the analytics to try to solve them. On the other hand, we also try to don't send to winback if wasn't necessary, because it's people that they will not care about you. So let's go to don't disturb them until it will be necessary. Um, we also try to make new channels, try to personalize the communications using dynamic parameters. As I told you before, they don't use the app just for we will say ordinary communications, and we will use it for newsletter. The results were quite good because the contacts were not used to have this information, and we don't disturb them, so they have a good engagement. And we thought that dynamic parameters will be so useful to make communication more powerful for them. For example, if we have a communication that is connected with pets, and I have a dog, if you put a picture of a dog in the newsletter, I will be more happy that you put a cat or another animal that I don't have in my house. Um, and we don't only say what we should do. Okay, we have metrics. We gather all the metrics, and we have the analytics each every week to know how was it going. Okay, because sometimes you think that one solution will be great, and then you realize that it wasn't. And on the other hand, you have also this different thing. You, for example, can think that almost saturated people will not have a good engagement, and sometimes it's the best group. So on this point, it was very important just not to have a photo, if not a video of all the database and how was the adaptation, and how was the things that we were proving, if they were right or not. In the right thing of the screen, you can see a picture of uh, a journey builder with all the information that I share with you. As you can see, there are many instant activities, and every activity has one ideal goal. Okay, for example, we use Einstein STO for the communications, and it helps us to increase two or decimal points or three decimal points the opens. That is not too much, but it helps us if we have million of contacts. So with all of this information, I mean, the first information that we have about the client and the solutions that we share with them, we work with them for 6 months, and the results are that ones. As you can see, they begin to be conscious about what was their problem. They know that they have problem with saturation, so they start to sending less emails to the people that they don't want it, and they start to sending another information that it was really important. So the saturated contacts decreased from 20% to just 4.5. I think that it was a great success. As you can see in the picture at the bottom, that was the evolution. It's always not ideal graphic, but it was the tendency is quite clear, and the engagement was also clear because the opens increased also from 14 to 22, and the clicks was more than the double. Okay, we have 4.5 in the beginning, and we were able to go for 1.1. There is no uh, more information that what you are looking here. I mean, we were able to make interesting communication to the contacts, sending only the communication, the relevant content to them, and we have a better engagement. Uh, we don't have only, I mean, we will say good analytics. I mean, the change was real, and they change their point of view, and they grow the engagement of the data, uh, because they practice the governance of communications and the personalization and the channel, and they were able to see, as you can see in the screen, how was the real stage of their data. Um, just to sum up, normally we propose using newsletter for Einstein because newsletter is the wide communication, and with the wide communication you can know more about your data. If we use just a little ones, a small one, we only have like a little part of our database. Um, Using Einstein, we recommend to use a wide data to know more about them and to be able to see how they are changing and how can Einstein help. Finally, just to say thank you for your attention. As I told you before, machine learning is very important. It helps us, but we need also people behind that to think and to discuss what we can use it and how can use Einstein to get better results. Uh, I think we have 3, 4, 5 minutes. So just to say thank you for all of you. You have my contact there. And if you have any questions or any information that you want to share, I'm more than open to listen them.
Thanks. It's Alvaro. We had one question in the chat from Donna. She was asking, is Einstein data at the BU level, at the business unit there?
Sorry, can you repeat it?
From Donna, is the Einstein data at the BU level?
Yeah. Yeah, it's at the BU level. You can configure it in the setup, and then it needs like 2, 3 months to have we will say accurate results.
Awesome. All right, another question from Kim. If a subscriber does not have enough data yet for STO, will they receive the email as part of the journey, or will they not receive it due to lack of engagement data?
They will receive the email, but Einstein will send it randomly. Okay.
Okay.
Same. Yeah. Same. For example, scoring. Normally, when you no scoring, no, sorry, frequency. When you don't have information, Einstein's in the dashboard they say that is undersaturated, but normally in the journey builder they make the segmentation in a random way that you don't know, and maybe they go for a random path. But yeah, STO is random, and you are also able to make a trick that is you can send step by step every hour. You can make a small group of contacts, and they can send it like in this period of time all the contacts.
Okay. One question from Fernando. We have about a minute left. How does Einstein make the assumptions? Is that related to a hidden pixel?
Yeah. The problem of Einstein is that we don't are able. I mean, it's so easy to use, but we are not able to control all the factors that they use. Okay. So sometimes we are able to configure 2 or 3 things, but the other ways they are hidden by Salesforce.
Okay. And I think Andrew's question here was similar. Can we configure what's a positive versus a negative influence on the Einstein score?
Yeah, I'm looking the questions. Einstein hasn't got any hidden pixel. It's like artificial intelligence in the platform, so they have information about all the factors that has in the platform, and we are not able to. I mean, I know this question is closed because, for example, we can use it with social media, but no, we are not able to see if it's negative or positive the influence of Einstein score. We can I mean, Einstein score is so useful because we can say what is the group, but we are not able to say if it's negative or positive.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Alvar. We're out of time now, but everyone who's attended, thank you so much for joining the session. Please feel free to reach out to Alvar in the meeting chat or on LinkedIn. really appreciate all of you. Shout out to our sponsors, and then we also have Marketing Cloud product roadmap coming up in a few minutes. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you for all.
Bye.
Adios. For your time. Thank you for select my my, my information. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Yeah, it was a good. I will say a good. Yeah, a good uh, point, and well, I hope that it will go. I good. It good well. I'm losing my English.